So, match number 5. It was a surprise match because this would start off as Morgan's corner. That's right, Jay Morgan was doing his talk show segment. He grabbed hold of my notebook, and all I can say is, Jay Morgan's his class. He says so himself. I've got it written right here. He'd be interrupted by Arcadius, which Morgans would call disgusting. He'd tell us it's disgusting, therefore it must be. Arcadius would demand an opponent. He'd be like, I am the world heavyweight champion. Why am I not on the card? So Buff would come out and be telling Arcadius, you know, you're going to have an opponent, etc. And at this point, that's when the match would start. Morgans would hit a low blow. He'd start to beat down. He'd even choke Arcadius with his jumper. He would pull down the top rope as Arcadius would charge in, and Arcadius would head over and to the outside. But Arcadius would manage to come back. He'd hit some huge lariats. He'd hit the snake eyes and the big boot in the ring before stomping a mud hole into Jay Morgan's chest. And then eventually Arcadius, the powerful brute that he is, he'd had enough of Morgan's. He'd hit the spinning Uranagi slam to pick up the win and retain the EWE World Heavyweight title. You know, absolute beatdown in the end by Morgan's, or on Morgan's by Arcadius. Everyone loves Arcadius. You know, he's a big brute. But yeah, this was a quick match in the end. Morgan's was maybe out of his depth. He tried the cheating to begin with, that low blow. You know, gotta love it. Gotta love a heel. Obviously, you know, he is class. That was a show of how class he is. He was always gonna be up against the heavyweight champion, and he certainly found it difficult. He came up short in this one, but he definitely gave a good showing as a heel character. Definitely had the fan booing him. Now Arcadius, the EWE fans absolutely adore this guy. He's fantastic. He is the world champion for a reason. He absolutely brutalized Morgan once he got on top. That big boot's a thing of beauty, and then that spinning Uranagi slam. What a vicious finisher it is. I think Morgan's is lucky he didn't get more of a beatdown after starting with the low blow. Anyway, this one short and sweet, but Arcadius was victorious in the end. If you ever get a chance to see either of these two guys live in action, go check them out for yourselves.